The Seven Deadly Sins, a comprehensive explanation. The seven deadly sins are a classification of vices in Christian moral tradition that represent fundamental ethical failings. These sins are considered to be severe and destructive to spiritual and moral well-being, often leading to further wrongdoing and a disconnect from spiritual or ethical principles. Here's a detailed explanation of each sin. 1. Lust. Lust is an intense, uncontrolled desire for sexual pleasure. While sexual desire is a natural and normal part of human life, lust is characterized by a lack of self-control and an obsessive focus on gratification. In the context of the seven deadly sins, lust is seen as detrimental because it can lead to actions that harm others, disrupt relationships, and prioritize personal pleasure over moral and ethical considerations. 2. Gluttony. Gluttony refers to excessive consumption of food or drink beyond what is necessary. This vice is not limited to just overeating, but extends to any form of overindulgence. Gluttony is viewed as a lack of self-restraint and can be seen as indicative of a deeper issue with greed or excess. It can lead to health problems, financial strain, and a failure to appreciate the value of moderation. 3. Greed. Greed is an insatiable desire for wealth and material possessions. It manifests as an excessive pursuit of economic gain at the expense of ethical considerations and the well-being of others. Greed often results in selfishness, exploitation, and a disregard for the needs and rights of others. It can create inequality and fuel corruption and injustice. 4. Sloth. Sloth represents a reluctance to exert effort or engage in productive activity. It's often associated with laziness and a failure to fulfill one's responsibilities. Sloth is not just physical laziness, but can also be an avoidance of spiritual or moral obligations. This sin reflects a lack of ambition and commitment, which can hinder personal growth and the well-being of the community. 5. Wrath. Wrath is characterized by intense, uncontrolled anger or rage. It involves a desire for revenge or retribution and can lead to violence, harm, and conflict. Wrath disrupts personal peace and damages relationships, as it often results in aggressive behavior and a breakdown in communication. This sin is seen as destructive both to oneself and to others. 6. Envy. Envy is a feeling of resentment or jealousy towards others due to their success, happiness, or possessions. It reflects a lack of contentment and an inability to appreciate what one has. Envy can lead to destructive behaviors, such as sabotage or ill will, and creates division and discord within relationships and communities. 7. Pride. Pride is an excessive belief in one's own abilities, status, or worth. It often involves placing oneself above others and can lead to arrogance, vanity, and a lack of humility. Pride is considered the root of all other sins because it can cause individuals to disregard moral and ethical principles and elevate their own desires above the well-being of others and even the divine. Theological and moral perspectives. In Christian theology, the seven deadly sins are viewed as fundamental moral failings that can lead to further sin and spiritual decay. They serve as a framework for understanding human weakness and the need for repentance and moral growth. Each sin is believed to undermine the virtues that counteract them. Lust is counteracted by chastity. Gluttony is counteracted by temperance. Greed is counteracted by charity. Sloth is counteracted by diligence. Wrath is counteracted by patience. Envy is counteracted by kindness. Pride is counteracted by humility. Cultural and modern relevance. The seven deadly sins have influenced a wide range of cultural expressions, from medieval art and literature to modern films and television. They continue to be relevant as they reflect universal human experiences and ethical challenges. In contemporary discussions, these sins are often analyzed through psychological, social, and philosophical lenses, offering insights into human behavior and ethical decision-making. In essence, the seven deadly sins offer a framework for understanding the darker aspects of human nature and the moral challenges individuals face. By recognizing and addressing these vices, individuals and societies can strive for personal growth, ethical behavior, and a more harmonious community.